It was only last month that 21-year-old Sha'Carri Richardson wowed the world with lightning-fast time at the Olympic track and field trials, earning her a place on the U.S. team headed to the Tokyo Games. But this morning, the U.S. anti-doping agency confirmed that Richardson had tested positive for marijuana use and would be disqualified from her event of the 100 meters. Jesse Washington is a senior writer at The Undefeated, which, like ABC News, is part of the Disney family. Jesse, I got to tell you what, I am so bummed about this.
I am too. You know, aside from this young woman's talent, which was amazing, and her effervescence and her joy, she was dealing with a tragedy, which was really the source of her marijuana use. She found out just a couple days before the event that she was running in, from a reporter no less, that her mom had passed away. And so in dealing with that and trying to cope with that situation, and her relationship with her mom was problematic to begin with, she said that her coping mechanism was marijuana. And as a result, she's going to lose the opportunity of a lifetime to run in the Olympic Games.
Matter of fact, I'm looking at the quote here. She said she was trying to hide the pain of her mother's death. I am human, she said. I just happened to run a little faster. But the issue of mental health in athletics, obviously, and coping with immense pressure, you can't use drugs. You've got to find another way to heal the pain. I mean, she may blow her entire future here.
Well, you know, I give her a lot of credit for taking full responsibility. And she said, I know that what I did was wrong. I knew when I did it that it was wrong. But she also said, I'm 21 years old. I have a lot more races in me. I have a lot of talent. I'm not using any performance-enhancing drugs like steroids. So she has promised that she will be back. In fact, she might be back to run the relay at the Olympics because she has a 30-day ban, and that will expire by the time the 4x100 is run in Tokyo.
So what exactly is the anti-doping agency's policy with marijuana usage, and what does that mean for her from this point on?
Well, it's pretty simple. It's don't use it. You know, it's on the list of banned substances, and athletes are responsible for everything that is in their body, whether they got it in there knowingly or not. And so there is some variation in the penalty for using marijuana, and she appears to have received the most lenient penalty, which is a 30-day ban, and probably because she's cooperative and accepting responsibility. And so it's pretty simple. Even though marijuana is legal in almost 24 states here in America, it is considered a performance-enhancing drug by the doping authorities, and it's not at all allowed.
Is it? I mean, I know we've heard about athletes using drugs before. I mean, wasn't it Michael Phelps, right, that was caught smoking pot, if I remember right? What do you think about this? I mean, should athletes be given a pass because they're so healthy and they're so good at what they do, and you know, maybe it's okay to do this, to relax? I mean, it's such a, we always say don't use drugs, and then you're looking at like the most amazing athletes in the world and they're using drugs.
This is true, you know, and we're in a period of changing morality when it comes to drugs in the United States, and things that were not at all acceptable just a few years ago are now considered benign, harmless, even advantageous in some circumstances, you know. But I think that it is a lot of parents out there who would not want their children to emulate drug use by athletes, by role models, by people who are supposed to treat their bodies like the temple that they are. And so we're really in a changing time now in America, and we have to figure out how it is that we're going to move forward and what our values are going to be.
It's exactly what I was looking for. I wanted to see if that's where you stood. Sha'Carri, you know, became a fan favorite, Jesse, immediately after the Olympic trials. And she's also a fierce competitor. So explain what her disqualification now means for Team USA. I mean, it can't be good.
Right. It's a huge blow to Team USA. You know, Sha'Carri ran 10.72 earlier this year, which is the fastest time in the year at that time, and is now the second fastest time in the year. She was a serious threat to become the first American woman to win a gold medal in the 100 since Gail Devers in 1996. The Jamaicans have been dominating the event. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price has the fastest time in the world this year, but she's more of a veteran. Sha'Carri was that young hope to really bring the gold medal back home in the women's 100 to America. So to lose her really does hurt Team USA.
It's going to be really interesting to see how fans react going forward. You know, a few athletes in both amateur and professional sports have advocated actually for taking marijuana off the banned substance list. So especially now that it's legal, like you mentioned, in many states. So do you actually see that that's a possibility that that could happen?
I do. I mean, just look at it. Was not too many years ago here in the United States when marijuana was completely illegal every place. And now you can buy it like a bottle of soda in many places. So it may be reconsidered. You know, there is a lot of folks who say that rather than treat various ailments that athletes and regular people have with pharmaceutical drugs, that marijuana is a more healthy alternative. But the science is still unsettled. Yes, there are benefits to marijuana in terms of stress relief and anxiety and things like that. But is that outweighed by the negative effects that marijuana can have on the body, particularly on young people? The science is still not settled. These things need to be worked out before any real well-considered moves can be made.
Not only are you a senior writer, you're also now a doctor. I love it. You brought it all together for us. Dr. Washington, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.